Just when you think this world could not get any weirder, well, this world does exactly what it always does not let us down, and it gets much, much, far, far weirder and fast. I'm sure by now you are all very, very, very much aware as to what is going on down at the Texas border, as 25 states are now supporting Governor Abbott's decision to protect the border that the Biden administration seems to not be able to do. And I believe at this point now there are 14 states that have sent down troops, law enforcement, and their National Guard. Talk about a plot twist, yo. Did not see this one coming, not for miles. It seems somebody else wants to go down there and support Texas. A very unlikely alliance that not only has my jaw on the floor and me scratching my curly-headed noggin, but in about 0.2 seconds, it's going to have you doing the exact same thing as well. Check it out. Okay. Russia wants to help Texas. Russia lawmaker offers to help Texas get independence from the U.S. Oh my, plot twist. Script has been officially flipped. On Saturday, Mironov, the leader of Faction A, Just Russia, for Truth in the Russian legislature, wrote on X, formerly Twitter, "In the conflict between Texas and the United States, I am on the side of the state. At least Texas does not interfere in the affairs of other countries. If necessary, we are ready to help with the independence referendum. And of course, we will recognize the People's Republic of Texas if there is one. Good luck, we're with you." I said, huh? A U.S. Department of State spokesperson told Newsweek via email on Sunday, "The Kremlin is trying in the most obvious way to concoct a false narrative that will sow division in our country. We hope people see this narrative for what it is. Standard Kremlin nonsense." Spokesperson's words, not mine. Late last month, Julia Davis, founder of the Russian media monitor watchdog group, shared a clip on X of Sergei Markov, a notably pro-Putin political scientist and former advisor to the Russian leader, suggesting on a Russian state-run media broadcast that a civil war in the U.S. would not only be good for Russia in its war with Ukraine, but good for the world. Ooh. Well, now it seems things are just getting, awkward. When you got Russia offering Texas their When you got Russia offering Texas their support and that they will stand with Texas as Texas stands against the Biden administration, those are not words I ever expected to ever come out of this mouth in this lifetime. And to be quite frank, I'm not even certain as to who this person is or what exactly their role is, if they even have the authority to offer this type of aid and defense and backup. But I just thought this was definitely news my beautiful American friends and family should know. And on that note, I will also make this very, very clear. 25 states are backing Texas. The majority of these states, if not all of the states, are Republican. On Thursday, 25 Republican governors backed Abbott and Texas's constitutional authority to defend and protect itself against what he has referred to as migrant invasion of his state. Some believe the situation is escalating towards a civil war. The joint statement by the conservative governors reads, "We stand in solidarity with our fellow governor, Greg Abbott, and the state of Texas in utilizing every tool and strategy, including razor wire fences, to secure the border. We do it in part because the Biden administration is refusing to enforce immigration laws already on the books and is illegally allowing mass parole across America of migrants who entered our country illegally." Upwards of 14 of these states have now sent their law enforcement and their National Guard down to the Texas border to help secure the border. The 14 states that have already and are currently deploying some of their National Guard and police officers down to the Texas border are Arkansas, Iowa, North Dakota, Ohio, South Carolina, South Dakota, Idaho, Florida, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Virginia, West Virginia, Tennessee, and Nebraska. In regards to Virginia's backing of Texas, Christian Martinez, spokesperson for Youngskin, told Newsweek via email on Thursday that the state has deployed approximately 100 soldiers and airmen to Texas. It stems from an executive order issued by Youngskin last May. The Biden administration's inability to secure our southern border has turned every state into a border state. The southern border has experienced tremendous challenges with human trafficking, smug trafficking, and the flow of people and threats to national security, Martinez says. In regards to South Dakota, her office told Newsweek that she deployed 500 South Dakota National Guard soldiers last summer, and more may be on their way. "I'm willing to send National Guard down there to stand alongside them," Noemi told Hannity. "I want it to be different arrangements this time. If we're going to enforce Texas law, and if I'm going to have the ability to use these soldiers in a way that's effective, that will be absolutely fantastic." North Dakota currently has approximately 125 soldiers from the 817th Engineer Company deployed at the southern border on Title X mobilization. A spokesperson for North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum told Newsweek. They were sent in response to Texas's Emergency Management Assistance Compact. Neighbor to the north originally sent approximately 100 members of the Wahpeton-based 188th Engineer Company last August, serving a 30-day mission as part of a joint operation between the Texas Department of Public Safety and Texas military. A spokesperson for Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen referred Newsweek to his past deployments, including 10 state troopers to the Texas border last May. Another 61 Nebraska Army National Guard soldiers were stationed at the Texas border between August 2nd and September 1st. Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt, one of the 25 who signed the letter, told Newsmax on Thursday, right now you've got the federal agents who are cutting the wire, and then you've got the Texas National Guard on orders to put up the wire. This is a powder keg worth of tension. It's a very weird situation. We certainly stand with Texas on the right to defend themselves. Idaho plans to send 2 more teams of Idaho State Police troopers to Texas. We have previously sent 3 teams of Idaho State Police troopers to the border. Governor Little sent a team of 5 ISP troopers to Arizona for 3 weeks. And Oklahoma governor will send National Guard troops to support Texas. Another move that has the entire world all abuzz, especially Americans, is the fact that the United States Army has now deployed multiple tanks down to the Texas border, down to the southern border, for what they are claiming to be just exercises that they will be doing later this week. Guys, be careful. Remember this. Out of all of the American states that there are, Texas, hands down by far, they can take care of themselves. And the very, very real fact that the threats, well, guys, they're already here. As we saw early last week of an actual terrorist organization, Islamic terrorist organization leader, was found on the United States soil making very obvious threats. I shared a video about him last week, but he claimed, if you don't know my name by now, you will very, very soon. This was last week. Well, he was not wrong, but I'm sure that was not what he meant when he said, soon you will know who I am. But the internet did all the interneting, and they found him. Could the person that told me you are not smart enough to know who I am be Matsum Samadov, the head of an Islamic party of, I can't say that, but a terrorist leader. And he just served 12 years in prison and was released January 2023. He was just released last year from doing 12 years in prison for, terrorism, trying to overthrow a government, and crimes involving illegal pew-pew stuff. So guys, the threat is already here. Millions of immigrants have come over that wide open border in just the past few years alone. And I know hands down, I am by far not the only person that has noticed that these immigrants that are flooding our borders in record numbers just in the past few days, weeks, and the past month alone, they are lacking 2 things: women and children. All very military-aged, physically fit males from countries that do not like us, not at all. The threat is here, guys. And if all of our states, especially the red states, have no National Guard to protect them and are sending their military and their police officers down to the border to protect and to help Abbott in his defense of the border, who will be left to protect those people of those states? Guys, know one thing. Nothing we are ever told is the truth. Nothing is ever what it seems. And by helping to secure that southern border, by sending multiple states, National Guards and police officers, we are now leaving multiple states very vulnerable from, threats from within. Very real threats that, by all accounts, my friends, are already there. So be safe, be cautious, always, always be aware of your surroundings and protecting your home, and always be prepared. I feel like something fishy is going on. And there's a reason that they knew, and they are allowing all of these states to send so much defense that the state needs itself down to the southern border right now. It is a much bigger plan, guys. And if you stand back and you look down and you realize one thing, it is playing out exactly how they were expecting Americans to react and how they were hoping Americans would react as well, by sending all of their defense to the southern border. Things are never as they seem. And my friends, my beautiful friends, the threat is already here. But can we just get back to the fact that Russia wants to help? Whoo, things in this world are, Stop the ride, I want to get off. Mad face, mad. That's it, I'm done. That is the news for today. There's also something else that is weighing very heavy on my heart that I feel I need to make this point before I do go. Guys, if you are down at that southern border as an American citizen and you have protection, Please, please be very careful. This administration is just itching for a reason to take that pew-pew right away from us. So be very careful. Do not give them a reason.
If Texas declared independence from the United States, encompassing 268 × 596 square miles, it would be slightly larger than France and rank as the 40th largest country. Texas, bordering the United States to the north, east, and west, would also share a border with Mexico to the south. Home to over 30 million people, it would be the 51st most populous country globally, just behind Madagascar with 30.5 million and ahead of Côte d'Ivoire with 29 million people. The state of Texas boasts the second largest economy in the United States, following California, with a gross state product of $2.4 trillion. This would position Texas as the 8th largest economy in the world, surpassing Russia and trailing behind France. With an approximate per capita income of around $63,000, Texans would be among the wealthiest people globally. Houston would serve as the capital and largest city of Texas, and the official languages of the new country would be English and Spanish. Furthermore, Texas would possess one of the strongest and most advanced militaries globally, boasting a total of 115,000 active-duty military personnel, ranking its